Hey y'all, welcome back.
Welcome back, kings, queens, teens, tweens.
All in things in between. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
The way we be adjusting these headphones like we're in the booth. Turn me up.
Right.
Put a little bit more in my right ear.
Turn me up here. Yeah.
Turn me up. Okay. I need more of
A
me.
little more. Yeah. I'm good. How are you? How's your week?
Pretty good. New week, new tea.
Where we kiki with you and you kiki with we.
So
I feel like somebody was in here putting mine on. Mine feel baggy.
Is these mine?
They be changing our trash, y'all. They probably in here fucking with our shit.
Swapping out shit.
Period.
Switching out our earphones and shit.
On, man. What the fuck y'all doing?
My week has been cool.
Delightful.
I feel like I'm on the last leg before vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Little end of the year vacation.
Yeah.
Truth is, I'm tired. Cute.
I never got over you.
No, not that one. I was thinking of the Tasha. I think Tasha Cobbs or whoever. Truth is, I'm tired.
Okay, that's not truth. I thought you were saying truth is, I never got over you. But you know that's the one I'm talking.
Yeah, that Fantasia. She really put her foot in that. She really. Wish I was standing. Okay, Fantasia really went outside. She said, "Wish I was standing in her shoes." And when it's all said, like big, you don't need to tell him all that. Yes, I'm still in love with you.
Fantasia is going to be the
Aretha.
Not Aretha. But she's going to be in that. She's going to be that for us. Not Aretha. What?
I watched Respect on the airplane.
Oh, how was it?
Really good.
Oh, good.
Really good.
What's Tina Turner? She's going to be like the Aretha, the Tina Turner of our time. Because the way she said it, my name is Fantasia Barrino.
They got to redo her biopic because her playing herself.
Crazy.
Find someone to play Fantasia. Run it back. She cannot play her fucking self. That was crazy.
Oh, my God. They probably did a biopic too soon. It was too soon. It was like one American Idol biopic. Let me give y'all the backstory. It was too soon. We need a little time, queen.
Yeah, a little time for the story to build because she's been through a lot. So
she has the Mary J. Blige story.
There's more layers to her story now.
The Mary J. Blige of the girls.
The My Life.
Oh God,
So anyway,
yeah. What did we do?
Week was cool. Last weekend I was in Miami.
She was.
Weather was beautiful. It was a chill trip, you know. Mm-hmm. Explored some restaurants. Mm-hmm. It was a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Went on a booze cruise. I was interested as fuck. Wouldn't recommend.
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend.
Yeah.
Would not recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a touchdown and got right back up.
You basically did that meme where it was like as soon as I get home from work I'll be going back. You know where you fall?
Yeah, and then right
Miami back in LA.
Right back with that long ass flight.
Girl.
If I'm gonna be flying 5-hour flights, I need to be there for a good 3 days. Yeah, 3 to 4.
3 to 4. I hate that flight.
I was asleep.
I think going there.
And I was on one of them big planes that has the 3 rows.
I hate it. I was
coming.
In one of those
I had the window
back.
seat. Coming back,
Middle.
I did not. I was in the middle.
You didn't take an edible?
No, I forgot my edibles. I was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, I wish I had my edibles because those edibles do it for me every time.
Yeah, it knocks you out.
Yes.
Yeah, that flight to the East Coast, it's a nasty one. I get so like restless up there after like hour 3.
Imagine going to Bali or something.
I couldn't. I would need a first class flight. I would have to invest. I need to be able to completely lay down. I know. Because bitch,
the first class. Every time I walk past the first class, I'd be like the ghetto.
Yeah.
As I'm heading back, talking about the ghetto, the ghetto, dragging my shit.
Although I feel you, but although for a domestic flight, it's not like really worth. I can see a business class, you know.
But the thing is, the business, you just get more leg room because the business class on this flight was still in that same little.
Absolutely not. I need to be able to look back and be like peasant.
But the first class, they have you like in a little cubby. You have a pillow. They had Casper blankets being provided.
It's a vibe.
They had little mini charcuterie boards being presented. While all they give us is Biscoff in a beverage.
But I do love a Biscoff. nigga.
They got to start giving more for these 5-hour flights. Pretz, we need to be getting a little funny story. When Jeremy and I were coming back from Cabo.
What happened?
They were like, you can either pick pretzels or Swedish fish. We were like, well, we want both. We looked at each other and said, we want both. I was just snuck my hand.
Yeah, she turned around. I'm like.
She turned around. I snuck my hand in there. Swedish fish and pretzels for everyone in this row.
Honestly, I think if you ask, they'll give it. They'll give it. But damn, nigga. Yeah, I feel you. Well.
So that was my weekend. How was your vacay?
I had a delightful time, y'all. I didn't do shit. I kept it real low key. We celebrated Andres' birthday.
What did y'all do? Or is it a secret?
It's not a secret. We went to breakfast. Mm-hmm. After that, I took him to buy his gift. I'm glad I took that approach because I had told him, like, this is what I want to get you, but he's doing legwork and locating it and finding it and shit. And then that morning, I'm like, let me make a boss move. I said, get up. We're going. Get up. We're going to. I just said, we're going. Get yourself together. So I took him to this, like, Met her at a bar. Mm-hmm. Love that.
Is it good? I heard it's good.
Phenom.
Really? They have amazing reviews on Yelp.
Phenom.
The little brewery across the street is a vibe. Firestone.
From Met her at a bar?
Yeah.
Listen, if you need breakfast and you're out in LA, it's a spot that you want to hit.
Okay.
So we went to Met her at a bar, went to Burbank for the gift, took him to Car for dinner. I'm glad we did. They had it nice and warm. I was going to cancel the reservation, y'all, because it was raining that day. But it cleared up and it was nice. So we went to Car for dinner and then went to the Drake and Kanye show.
I think I blew out my TV speakers. Bitch. I was in my living room lit. I'm like,
Kanye really did what he needed to do.
That was worth the tickets.
Kanye did what
when
he
I
needed
saw
to do.
what Kanye did, I was like, this was worth, because remember, at first I thought the concert was free. I saw free Larry Hoover, and I thought it was free. So I'm like, I'm number 2,000 in line, thinking I'm getting close to some free shit. Then I moved up in the queue, and it said 200. I said,
yeah, it was expensive.
First of all, Larry Hoover don't need to be freed. The nigga don't need to be freed. I'm sorry.
I haven't done enough research on it.
I had to Google it because I didn't know. I mean, I knew the song Whip and Work.
Yeah, I think I'm Big Meech.
Larry Hoover.
That's on it.
Whip and Work. Hallelujah. So I said, let me do my Googles on Larry Hoover. Like, there's so many people that were seeing it free.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I looked up Larry Hoover.
What's the T?
He's the originator of a super big gang in Chicago.
I know.
He's
disciple.
Something, but he been calling shots from prisons, making people board members, like getting people blocks knocked off and shit. I'm like, Larry.
But I don't think in more recent years, right? Can y'all hear me? Is this good?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I seen. Okay, so did you listen to that interview, that Drink Champs interview with Kanye, where he had? Okay, listen.
I heard it was good.
It was really good. I know Kanye's controversial.
I heard it was good. I just didn't set aside the time, and Kanye be going on and on.
You need 4 hours. It's a long interview. I know Kanye's controversial, but I've always been a Kanye fan. I've been a Kanye stan. No Yeezys on my feezy, but I'm a fan. And what I know, he's controversial. I know.
Wait, I'm not. I'm talking about the Yeezys on the feezy.
No Yeezys on feezies. None. But he's a genius. He is literally like one of those people who come in, shift the culture, change the way things are. He's just a genius. We all know that. And the interview was really good. And he brought on Larry Hoover Jr., Larry Hoover's son.
Right.
Yeah. And they were just discussing that, yes, a gang evolved, but the initial intention of the organization was to bring the community together.
Well, unfortunately,
it's giving Crips.
It ventured away from that.
You know, like the Crips.
It ventured away from that. There was extortion, murders. Huh?
Tootsie was it?
Yeah.
Tootsie,
and so they're like,
now?
the reason they're justifying him being free because, like, you know, they're saying he's reformed, and I understand that. But once I read he's still calling shots from the pen.
I don't think he is still
He had a
doing that.
dictionary with coded language and shit. This was found in some 2019.
Are you serious? He's 71. But was it old? I'm not making excuses.
I don't know.
Was it old? I'm just asking, was the dictionary? I know that we found it in 2019, but has it been used in 2019? Was it being used? You know?
Board members were recently appointed by him. So basically they're saying they don't want to free him because he's too much of a threat.
Yeah.
Like, he has a heavy influence and he will really have some shit
popping off.
Yeah.
Right. Because a lot of people who went down with him on the whatever case it was, I think it was 9 people, 6 of them were freed already.
Oh, okay.
And they said they're not willing to free him based on the influence.
Right.
So at any rate, we went to the concert. It was amazing. Don't have an opinion on freeing or not freeing. I was there for the music.
Yeah, the music. Okay, Kanye put on a phenomenal show. What was the energy like?
It was good. It was good energy, and we had great seats.
Really?
Stumbled upon a few tickets.
I saw Andres
Nigga
said that Anthony hooked y'all up.
He did. He got sick with COVID and called Andres. He was like, "Happy birthday, man. You know, I'm not gonna be able to make the show tonight, so I want you to have the tickets."
What a nice
girl.
Man.
And Andres was already saying he wanted to go, and girl, they were good. And he spent like $4 something each on the ticket. Girl.
And he gifted? Complete gifting?
Gifted. Andres even said, "How much you want from me?" He was like, "Nah, man, it's for your birthday." He was like, "I couldn't charge you anyway. Everything that you do for people, just take them." I'm like, and I will be with him.
To be with a man who does.
To be with a man who has a heart of gold. Mine is silver, and I will be standing with him.
To reap the fucking benefits.
The silver and gold. Listen, we there together, baby.
I'd rather have.
Period. You.
Wow.
Yes. So we did the concert thing. And then after that, Andres had to DJ Joyce's after party because she had a show that night.
Mm-hmm. What a day.
Girl, out all day. We didn't get back home until like 1 or 2. Gatsby. And we came home. We came home after we went to buy the gift, walked Gatsby, changed to go to car. And then we came home again to get Andres's laptop before the show, Joyce's show, and then left again. So I said, Lord, we were tired the next day.
I wasn't really feeling Drake doing the certified lover boy.
It was not a vibe.
Like, save that for tour. We want to hear So Far Gone Take Care.
Yeah. We want to hear views. We want to hear.
We wanted to hear some what Kanye did, what needed to be done. Somebody said this was a versus, and Kanye.
Yeah, they said he tricked Drake into a versus.
Kanye was deep into his bag. He was deep in those Yeezy boots that he's been wearing lately.
Yeah,
what the fuck? I don't like those boots, but he's deep in those boots. He's deep in those boots.
It was so good. I said, okay, I see
boots.
why. I see why. One
thing I gotta say, that man has a catalog.
He has a catalog.
He's nutty as all get out, but that man can make some music.
And I love Drake too. And
I
just
Drake.
knew that I
Drake
would be.
looked fine that night.
Yeah.
He looked.
I just knew that I was going to be like, oh my God, it's Drake. But when he started, like, energy was low. It just was not the same as Kanye.
Yeah.
Because another thing is people haven't heard Kanye be in his bag like that from the earlier part of his catalog in years.
Right.
Like, he hasn't performed these songs in so long. So hearing him live, back to back,
he started off with a Donda track, the little
Yeah.
That was a good start off, I think.
It was a good start off because it was like a little popular. That's
song.
the trending, the TikTok vibe.
Right.
But he came in hot with the College Dropout. With
everything. He started
everything.
with Jesus Walks?
Yeah, I think he did start. Mm-hmm. It was just so good.
It was good. I really thoroughly enjoyed myself in the living room.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Watching that, blowing out my damn TV speaker. So add that.
You're doing a lot. Black Friday.
Another thing I gotta fucking get. I now need a mattress, a couch, and a TV.
The reno.
The adulting.
The real adulting.
Yeah.
When money has to be spent like that, it's like, what the fuck? I need to get a new trash can.
Take another one?
I don't like the one I got.
Oh.
I got one that Gatsby can't get into.
Right.
I need a new one. I don't like it. It looked cheap. I said, I don't deserve that. This is not a house of that caliber. It's actually better than that. We're getting something new. At any rate, it was a great time. Restful vacation. I'm back at work in the ghetto.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Here we are with y'all. So
yeah. What's goody?
Friendly reminder.
Mm-hmm.
To continue leaving your ratings and your reviews. We greatly appreciate them. They really help push the show forward. Can't stop, won't stop when it comes to those.
Period.
I have a review of the week coming from YouTube. The girls are on YouTube. Yay. And we've been loving the comments that y'all have been leaving on YouTube. So,
and please keep leaving them because we do love to see them.
We do.
And read them.
And usually go through and reply to them individually.
Yeah.
So, the review this week comes from Marza Hansen. She says, "Aw, love seeing you being emotional and vulnerable, B.
Yeah.
Cleanse your heart and soul. Bless y'all for sharing like you do and taking us along for the ride.
Yeah.
Took my soul to the laundry mat. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that.
Thank y'all for leaving your kind words and for holding space for us each week in your hearts.
We appreciate it.
I do want to acknowledge that there was a mention of, or actually, y'all know we be getting in our bag. We got to get to our coins. And there are ads on the show. It just is what it is.
Yeah, honestly, this show costs 4 figures to run per month. Period. 4 figures are spent.
Yeah.
Per month to run this podcast. So we got to do ads.
Yeah, I mean, we've shifted from hobby. It is no longer just a labor of love.
Yeah.
We love doing it, but
we got people to pay.
We have people to pay, right? So because ads are going to be here. Yeah, they're going to be here.
They're going to be here.
They're going to be here. We do want to acknowledge that we are willing to offer and are going to be offering ad-free episodes.
Ad-free show, yeah.
Over on Patreon. So if you are just done with the ads, honey, I don't have time for them. Join us over on Patreon. I think it'll be available at the
Homegirl Vibes level. $5 a month. You can get ad-free episodes along with some other great content.
Yeah. Playlist.
Audio affirmations.
The playlist. The journal prompts. Things of that nature. Everything at the $5 level plus ad-free episodes. So join us over there. Get into your ad-free bag. And we'll stay in our bag here.
Yeah.
That's that on that.
The ads are here to stay. Okay. They gotta stay. Or else we can't stay.
Yeah. We'll have to head out.
We'll have to go.
But for all the girls who have joined us on Patreon, we do want to thank you. Again, we have tons of bonus content over there. We have our check-in that's up. Our playlist will be going up later this week or early next week. So there's a lot over there, including the new ad-free episodes.
Yes. So let's shout out our patrons.
Let's get it.
We have Alexandra.
Hey, Alexandra.
Gina.
Hey, Gina. Go, Gina.
And Allie.
Hey, Allie. Thank y'all so much.
Yes.
Really appreciate y'all.
I don't know if it's Gina or Jenna. J-I-N-A?
It's probably Gina.
Okay.
Gina. With a twist. Right. You know how we do it.
We'll flip it and we will tumble it, okay? We will tumble
Thank y'all for joining us.
We will flip and tumble the name. I was talking to somebody about how Black people, we definitely will come up with some nicknames. That are wild. Yeah. And it'll stick with you for your whole life. You'll be 50 being called Boo Boo.
Yeah. Like Wook. Hey, Wook.
Yeah, Wook will forever be Wook.
Yeah, I got a cousin, Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Pooh Bear. Yeah, Wook used to be Wookie. And as they grow, it gets shortened.
Yeah.
Wook. But anywho, last week, y'all, we had a very emotional episode. It was a goodie. We talked about trauma dumping, what it is, when to do it, when not to do it, how to avoid doing it, and just had a really good conversation about using the appropriate time to talk about heavy
things.
Yeah.
With your friends.
Yeah. So if you haven't already listened, please take a moment to do so. I think it's a good one. You definitely will learn something over there.
You
will.
So we're back.
Oh, we're back.
So, the year's coming to a close and we got hella shit to do.
Mm-hmm,
so the rest of this year is about to be a breeze.
Nothing
too heavy. Nothing too heavy.
Yeah.
You guys really enjoyed the Am I the Asshole?
And we hadn't done it in like a year. So why not do it again?
So we had a couple of more stragglers that we thought we could discuss. We're going to do our wrap up.
Yeah.
Next week, which is always good. Some real reflection. I'm going to really sit down and think about.
I will too.
Yeah, I'm going to really sit down and think about the year so we can really come with some shit for next week. But for this week, we have a couple of Am I the Assholes to discuss.
Yeah. We just love it. It's so fun and funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to kick it off with yours or the first one or the?
I can.
Kick it off.
So. Am I the asshole for firing my sister after seeing her blog and not rehiring her without an apology? Basically what happened is I read my sister's blog. It was sent to me by a friend of mine who was asking if one of the characters was me. Spoiler alert, it was me. It's a couple years old and really popular. She doesn't use our family's real names, but they are very similar and use the same first letter. So think real names, Katie, Julia, Marissa, and Brad. Then the fake names being Kathy, June, Marnie, and Bob. It's giving the best man. It's descriptive enough of our lives and what we do for work that my friend identified me from it.
Okay, so it's not that. No.
It's mostly
not that much anonymity.
Right. It's mostly about her and her life, but there is still a lot about us. A year ago, I had an abortion. It was during the lowest point of my life so far, and only she and my husband knew about it. She swore to me that she would take the secret to her grave. Yeah, she dedicated a whole entry to it. A couple months ago, she and her husband got laid off due to world events. I run my own business that wasn't really affected, and I offered her a job there to help her out. She's not qualified in my field, so I essentially made up a position for her so she could have a steady paycheck. She basically does data entry and other random tasks online from her home. Remote. It's given remote.
Yes.
Her blog since then has basically centered on how much she hates it. She called it demeaning work and says a bunch of bullshit about how I obviously don't respect her intelligence. I say this is bullshit because 1, she would need years of training to work any of the open positions. 2, I told her what she would do when I offered it, and she gushed about how grateful she was and that I was really helping her. I called her and told her what I had read and how hurt I was. Her defense is that the blog is her online diary where she vents and that I should know not to take any of it personally. She actually had the gall to tell me that she is hurt that I read it. Apparently the right thing to do was ignore it. I told her off for telling the internet my secrets and dragging me online where I could be and was found by people who knew me. She just said she did all her due diligence by changing the names and it wasn't her fault my friend found it. We argued for a bit, it got increasingly heated, and I fired her. I told her that if she couldn't apologize or see how she was wrong here, then she wasn't who I thought she is and she could find a job where she felt more respected. It's been a week and I haven't spoken to her at all. Her husband has been contacting me on her behalf, trying to get her job back as they need the money. Mm-hmm. He claims she is sorry, but I think if she was, then she could tell me herself. My own husband is telling me I am overreacting and that she's family and I should just forget it. I don't agree. Am I the asshole here?
So, I think that it was wrong to fire her in the heated emotion and like argument aspect because she's wrong. She is upset for multiple reasons, like mainly because she told her tea on the internet, which that was fucked up. The sister is fucked up for that because some things this is fictional. Keep it to yourself. You don't have to go write my shit down on the internet. No. But I think she was wrong for firing her. She's an asshole. Yes, the work is demeaning. I guess I would think about it also in a way that if you were at your regular job and your job found that you were talking shit about them online, you would be terminated.
If they came over here and was like, you guys are talking about white man gigs.
No, but I think you would have to explicitly say, this is where I work and I hate it here. Not in a roundabout way. That's what I wonder if she's doing. But if that ever happens, that's why you got to keep your work. Jobs will cross-reference your social media and see what the fuck you doing and terminate your ass. So if it was that type of vibe,
this is how I feel. There's a very thin line, especially like in this day and age on the internet, how people are speaking their truth. They're being more vulnerable. They're being transparent. And sometimes situations involving other people are shared.
Right.
That happens. She was dead ass wrong. The abortion had nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
The abortion had nothing to do with her ass. So she didn't have no business sharing that. But I'm thinking like one time my ex had called me because he had listened to the podcast and he was like, you were talking about, I'm like, nigga, he was like, you were talking about me on your podcast. You be talking about me on your podcast. I said, I'm actually talking about me and you happen to be a part of some of the stories.
Yeah.
Don't for one second think that I'm just sitting up thinking about how can I talk about him on my podcast. Yeah. Pipe down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pipe down. Mm-hmm. Cue the Drake.
Yeah.
Baby boy.
Yeah.
Because that's not the vibe. But I know that some people do get offended. They don't want the shit to be said at all if it has anything to do with them.
No.
And I'm wondering, like, how do people really like walk that line
of don't say shit about me?
Because sometimes even us, like when we're having other discussions and we have examples that we can use about like people in our lives.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, I have something I can say about this.
Right.
But and it's like that don't really be your business to tell.
Right. And we use discretion, and it's like, we don't say it majority of the time. We don't. We'll be like, is there a way for us to say it without the person feeling like it's me? But bitch, you're my sister. You write a fantasy blog where only the names are changed, but it's still the first letter. Anybody who knows that this is your blog and this is the purpose of your blog will be able to figure out, oh, that's that person. That's that person. So it's really not that like, no.
Right.
No. And the thing is, my friend found it. My friend found it and sent it to me.
And was able to tell that it was me.
And this is my deep, dark secret that I asked you to take to your grave.
And that's why everything is not content. That's really what it boils down to.
Now, that's the
Everything
word.
is not content. And people need to have some discernment when they're thinking about what to fucking share, especially when it's not your business. Yeah. That's what we got to start doing in 2022.
Yeah.
We got to start doing that because people are so eager to share. And it's like, I'm being transparent. I'm being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And it's like, everything don't need to be said.
Yeah.
It don't need to be said. Think about that, because once it's said, it's out there. You might not be able to pull it back. You don't know who saw it. And
you be vulnerable. You be transparent. You share your deep, dark secrets. Don't
leave mine out of it.
Because I'm not on the internet to be transparent. I am not. I am not.
I have not chosen to be transparent.
Not. Can you imagine that? Could you imagine me writing a blog or me getting on my close friend story talking about you? Or being like, so I have a friend. Her name is Becky.
If she was messing with it.
Like, come on.
That's what he's saying.
Like, we'll call her Becky.
Right.
Imagine that. That's what she's basically saying. So my sister, or we'll call my, whatever she's doing, this person. You know that vibe. Like, so I got a friend. Usually be yourself or somebody you know.
Right.
Come on. You're wrong. She is not the asshole for feeling the way she feels, but the firing piece, that's the piece.
You don't think? Okay, but I think the sister definitely should offer an apology. You have your husband calling me.
She should.
Because money's funny.
Nothing like your pockets being dry.
She's saying she's really sorry. The sister needs to come up, just be a woman about it and say, I am sorry. I was dead ass wrong.
And delete that entry.
And you know what? Yes, you did give me a job. I appreciate it. You can appreciate something and still hate it.
You can.
You can appreciate something and still hate it.
I think it's just the vibe of like, if it's demeaning, degrading work, you probably shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like, girl, go. It could be like, I hate this type of work. I fucking hate it. I really wish I didn't have to do it, but shit. She shouldn't have fired her sister that way. If anything, write her up. I'd be like, oh, I'm getting her ass. I would be like, oh, yeah, 3 strikes, you're out of here.
Not the write up.
Yeah, I would be like, you were late today. You didn't do this right. Sorry, I'm going to have to let you go.
Has somebody ever shared some of your business like that you told them in what do we call that? In confidence?
In confidence.
And you found out, and it was supposed to be a secret, and you found out that they told somebody?
I'm pretty sure they have.
And how did you feel once you found out? Like
betrayed.
Right.
I can't remember the specific incidents, but I know a specific person who definitely probably told my tea to a nigga that I liked.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
What happened?
Probably blocked out the memories. I probably, sometimes we be blocking shit out. I can't quite recall, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Hell yeah. I'm dead ass. I can't say it because for anonymity purposes.
You don't want to pull back a Band-Aid.
They'll be like, oh, it was me. I know it was you. Then I'm not going to make it up. Has anybody ever betrayed you?
Yes.
The deep, dark secret?
It wasn't even deep, dark, but it was out of fucking pocket. And, ever since then, we could never get back.
Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah, I don't know. It's fuck.
What happened? I think I know this one. The documentary. Is it the documentary story?
Kind of related, but not that. Okay, yeah.
Go ahead, tell it.
I was having issues with someone who was a friend, and I wasn't feeling the way she was getting down. Like the behavior was not giving what it was supposed to gave for a friend. And I said to my nigga in confidence, how I felt.
Yeah.
You're dishing tea.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This bitch got me fucked up. Like she is hella stupid. Blah blah blah. What? Why would she do something like this?
Yeah.
You know. And I mean, it was reasonable complaint. Yeah. It was reasonable. He like, yeah, but you know, whatever. Him and I had a falling out.
Yeah. A falling out of
sorts. And he had, during the fallout, he had ran into the girl. And he decided to tell her, Brittany don't even fuck with you like
Oh my God. Not your place.
He told her, Brittany don't even fuck with you like that. I found out on the back end.
Yeah, on the back end.
I found out on the back end that he told her that. And when I tell you that, I just felt like betrayed because, like, bruh, why are you going out? That, first of all, that's hella bootsy. Like, why are you going out of your way to tell somebody that you're supposed to care for and love, nigga, that Brittany don't even fuck with her like that? Are you stupid or are you dumb? Like, what?
It's giving both.
It's giving crazy. I would never do anything like that. I would never be like, you know, he don't fuck with you to another man.
That's so messy.
That's so messy.
And it's like, find something else to talk about.
And what was your point of that? That was really snakish.
So what did the girl say? What did she say?
She was just like, oh, I mean, at that point, I don't think she cared because we weren't fucking with each other like that. But it was like, you gave the confirmation that I wasn't fucking with her like that.
But could you imagine if she was like really crazy or like on some shit like, oh, okay, well, we gonna see when I see her. Some bitches be like, it's a
oh, right. Now I'm scrapping. Now I'm throwing them because you talk too much.
Now we fighting the god doggone street.
You talk too much.
I don't like that. So how did you handle him?
When I had found out, mind you, the time between the happening and me finding out was some distance. This was some tea that was being spilled after
the fact. It was iced.
Yeah. And I was like, we were done at the time. We were done when I found out. But I'm like, when I called him up so motherfucking, I called him up. I got him on that phone. I said, now you got me fucked up. I don't fuck with you like that. That is some big shit. Who does that? Who does that? How could you betray me like that? I was like, I'm really betrayed.
And what did he say?
I feel betrayed.
What did he say?
He was like, well, oh no, I was drunk. We weren't, blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
stop it. Stop it.
And I never got over that. Even as the years had went, it wasn't even years that went by. I think it was like maybe some months or 1 year, a year or less before it was a complete cutoff. Yeah. Because I'm like, you know what? You are a snake. You betrayed me.
That's what these men will do. They will. And I have a story similar. What
happened?
Me and someone were dating. We stopped. The nigga became cool with somebody that I was cool with and dished all my tea. Ooh. Like,
who does that? Why do y'all do that?
All my tea. Probably like that, how I felt about her at one point. And just all my tea. And then when I reconnected with her, it was like, yeah, he told me that you felt this way.
That's what happened. Me and the girl reconnected. It was like a rekindling of the friendship. And once I found that out, you know how I felt? So stupid.
Yeah.
I felt so dumb.
So
I'm like,
small.
The person who's supposed to be my nigga having my back, gang.
Yeah.
Went to the enemy.
The op.
The enemy at the time.
The op. Yeah.
And decided to dish all the tea. And I'm out here thinking that I'm so hot to try. And I'm looking fucking stupid.
Yeah, you have
me looking stupid.
You looking toothpaste. That's how you looking like.
Telling the business.
I hate it.
He had me looking weak. And that's one thing. I can never be with a man who had me out here looking like I'm going outside. We are supposed to be standing united.
Fortified unit.
We're supposed to be a unit.
Arms locked.
And you, bitch, you played.
He played. He's an asshole.
Yeah,
he is the asshole. He is the asshole.
He was the asshole for that.
Funny. Okay. You want the next one?
Good.
Yeah. Okay. So this is, am I the asshole for telling my soon-to-be ex-wife, you signed up for this when she complained about the baby? I'm sure I know how it sounds on the title. The situation is more complicated than that, and I'll explain. I had a vasectomy almost 3 years ago because I never wanted kids, never liked them, and just knew being a dad was never something I'd ever want in the cards.
At least he took the necessary precautions.
Period. That was around the time my ex-wife and I were getting serious about, but we both had an understanding about wanting to be child-free. She even said during the time that if she ever got pregnant, she'd want to abort. Even with the vasectomy, even with birth control, which she only decided to tell me after getting pregnant that she stopped, and condoms, it still happened.
What the fuck?
Nigga. You can't.
The promised child.
God ordained, baby. You can't keep what's... Listen.
First of all, if you got a vasectomy, we probably not even using condoms.
Right.
So you on birth control, vasectomy, and the condoms?
His sperm was like, I'm getting down there.
And I'd just be operating on the grace of God.
On a prayer, Lord. Mercy. Mercy, mercy. That's how I be.
An ovulation calendar and him.
That's it. That's it. Two things in this household.
Him and a calendar.
That's it. So, in my mind, there was no way I could have gotten her pregnant with all these safety precautions. Seriously, for a while, I was thinking she cheated on me. We had 2 prenatal
that would have been
wouldn't that have been a twist? We had 2 prenatal paternity tests that proved I'm the father, and then one after the baby was born just to be safe. We talked about aborting, which she was now against. Throughout her pregnancy, we had many conversations because having kids was never a part of the plan. But she changed her mind. She didn't want an abortion or to think about adoption. And I didn't want a child. We tried therapy for months, but that took us nowhere. After the baby was born, I tried to see if I feel anything for him, or maybe I can get into fatherhood after all.
Don't tell me he didn't feel shit.
Honestly, it's just not where I wanted to be. Her and I decided we were on 2 different paths with no reconciliation possible. He's almost going to be 4 months, and I just recently moved out while we proceed with the divorce. She's been doing it on her own.
So this sent them over the edge.
Done. Cliffhanger. She's been doing it on her own, or she has her sister come help, but I'm not involved at all. Whatever child support I need to pay will be handled in court, but that's as far as I'll be involved in his life. There was still some of my stuff that I needed to come back for that took a few hours to load up on my truck. Hold on. The whole time she was there, holding him, complaining about how hard it is, and it would be a lot easier if his dad came around more often to see him and help out with him. In my mind, I thought, when did I ever say I would? Like, did she not understand why we're getting divorced? The whole point of it was because she wanted to be a mom and I didn't want to be a dad, which means no involvement. And that's when I told her that line along with reminding her she knew I never wanted to have kids, and she talked about different options from the very beginning. She ignored me completely after. I got an earful from her sister later on, and then...
What's the sister doing?
Helping out with that damn baby.
I know, but I don't need to hear you.
And the reason why they think I'm the asshole was I didn't have to throw it back at her face, that she made this decision for herself, and she's already having a hard time without needing the reminders. So that's why I'm a little lost. I mean, it's emotional time for everyone, especially her. That I understand. So was I the asshole for saying that to her at all? Listen.
Well.
What are your thoughts?
Here are my thoughts. And don't fight me because I know you girls like to tussle.
Tussle, yeah.
I don't think he's completely the asshole because you know why? There was an agreement. Mm-hmm. There was an understanding. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there were some necessary precautions taken. That something slipped through the cracks, but he was very explicit about his desire not to have children. And she made a decision for herself to proceed with having the kid, which people do all the time. And then they want people to be on board with the decision that they made. Right. It's like, that's what you wanted to do. I didn't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So sometimes when you make decisions like that, then you have to deal with the consequences.
Speaking of cue Condola. Condola, bring her to the forefront.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's an asshole because, like you mentioned, I said what I didn't want to do.
It wasn't a surprise.
It wasn't. And you also told me we were really on the same page.
They were on the same
pet book, chapter, paragraph, word, nigga, period.
Finger under.
When
I said that I didn't want no kids.
When you say that, when you had the leg up, nigga. When I was on the table getting the vasectomy. Okay? That's when I said it. That's when I said it.
That's what I heard you say.
That's what I heard you say.
Yeah.
So the fact that you would get an abortion, even if you got that's sealing the deal. Nail on head.
If something were to happen.
If something slipped through the cracks, we're back on the table. This time your turn.
Yeah. And the thing is, she has every right to change her mind. If you decide, you know what, I do want to keep the child, and I have every right to stand firm by what I said.
But then you got to deal with those consequences. If you go to your husband, ooh, that's another thing that's so sticky. Covenant has been made.
It's a covenant for me.
It's sticky because y'all are married, and y'all probably got married because you aligned on values, on what it is you want for yourselves, what it is you don't want. And this seemed like this is ideal. This is the person I want to marry. We both don't want kids, whatever it is, but not wanting kids was agreed upon.
Right.
So the fact that now you come, I'm still in the same place that I was, and I have not changed my mind. And now you are changing your mind.
Right.
That is really...
It's a breach of contract.
Period.
It's a breach of contract. This is not what I agreed to do.
And that's why he's like, let's cut it. Let's cut it at the head. Let's cut it. And now, yeah, she has to be a single mother. She has to be a single mom.
Yeah.
And I get where he's, oh, it's so sad for the son too. And that's why you can't go making these decisions. Because now that baby got to grow up without a dad.
And it's always the children who suffer the greatest. In these decisions that are made for self, the kid suffers. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that fucking sucks. And I know it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
But then one person be making the decision a lot of the time.
Then they start electric sliding. They start line dancing, baby. Two to tango, one electric slide.
They start jerking.
Period.
Rejecting and jerking and shit by your goddamn self. Like, because what?
It would be a hard no for me.
I think we need to have these conversations more about the decision-making process that happens when we're deciding to bring children into this world. It's always, I'm gonna do it by myself. But then when it really comes down to it,
you don't want to.
You don't want to do it by yourself. It's like, I'm gonna make the decision that's best for me.
Yeah, you're gonna be here by yourself. Like Condola. When I seen her struggling on that episode, I was like, Condola, I don't even feel bad. And it put Lawrence in a very bad position.
I didn't like how Condola went about that, because let's bring it back to when Condola first found out that she was pregnant. And she expressed to Lawrence that, Lawrence expressed to her that he wasn't ready. He was discontent. And she said to Lawrence, I'm going to do it anyway. This is what I want. You can be involved as little or as much as you would like. Now, based on that conversation, it appears that they had used some protection and there was a little crack. Something happened.
Now that would piss me off.
Something happened to where, when you use it and it don't come through.
Damn.
When you play with fire, you gotta kind of accept that you were fucking around.
Yeah.
But anyway,
once you're responsible,
sex is a risk. Having sex with somebody is a risk for sure. Period. Protection or not.
Nigga, protection though?
It's still a risk because it could be something that slips out.
I know, it just kills me. When you're responsible and you still gotta pay, wow. It's not fair. Life is not fair.
Yeah.
Life is not fair. But with Condola, go ahead.
So with Condola, she made that decision for herself. She really did.
She did.
She made that decision selfishly. I know that there's...
She's like, you're not here. You get to... I'm like, Condola,
and then she wanted to pop off.
She did. It's just not right. And no, I would be like, yeah, bitch, here are the papers. I'm out. And I know the son's going to suffer, and he's going to be the deadbeat after a while. But then what do you tell the kid?
Sad.
What do you tell the kid? I actually never wanted kids. Oh, it's so sad.
It's sad. I hate this for the kid the most. I feel so bad because, wow, the kid does not have a father. And the mother's going to have to communicate.
And the mom she's not going to say, we agreed we would never have kids. And then this happened and you were a blessing to me. And I decided to move forward. And your father, people choose what they want to choose for their lives. And he never wanted children. And children are a choice. Right. Most times. Hopefully we can get to the point where children can be a choice.
Right.
But it's like, this is not a choice that he wanted to make for himself. And I made the choice for myself that this is what I wanted to do.
Right.
So we can't be upset with the person with your father. We won't call him his dad. With your father. But that sucks. This is going to be like, nigga, you couldn't man up.
You know how we'll frame it. You know how we'll frame it. You know how we'll frame it. Well, you know how we'll frame it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be like, Dad, you couldn't man up. You couldn't man up and just take care of me.
I know.
Like, damn.
It's very sticky.
It's very selfish.
It's very sticky. You're saying it's selfish on the dad or on the mom?
On the mom and the dad. It's on the mom and the dad, because honestly, it's like, you would think that you could look beyond yourself and be like, okay, greater good here. Right? Like, although this is not something I want to do, It's something that I have to do because it's not fair for my child, literally flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. Take it back to the Bible.
To suffer.
Come on.
To suffer.
To be out here with no understanding of who they are as a person, right? You're just missing that pivotal piece. I would just be like, fuck you, bitch. You took my choice away, but I'm gonna still be a father to my child.
And that's what Lawrence has done.
Yeah.
Lawrence's choice was ripped away from him, and he has decided to still stand up, be a stand-up guy, and be a father to Elijah.
Oh, that's his name?
Eli. To be a father to Elijah, despite Condola playing with him.
Now, what she should have did was take a page out of the City Girls book, go to the City Girls handbook, and she should have been like, I can't. There's no, she should have made it seem like there was no, the girl in this story, she should have made it seem like there was no way for her to, it's not safe for her to get an abortion. She cannot, like, I have to go.
That's what City Girls do?
I'm just saying. A mind game of sorts. A mind game, a manipulative tactic. If you want to take it there and you want to be all like, I can't, I would have been like, babe, went to the doctor today. They actually said there's no way for me to get an abortion.
No, he would. He seemed like he would be like,
I would be like, I'm at risk. I'm at risk for death or something. I don't know. It's fucked up. And I hope that none of y'all are ever in this position. I pray that none of us or either one of us.
I know this is hypothetical. This is just hypothetical, but let's just do it for shits and giggles. If you were impregnated by someone and he expressed that he did not want the child, what would be your decision-making process? What would be your decision? What do you think your decision would be?
I mean, you know the way I think. Nigga, we on the same page. I too don't want to.
Honestly, if a man told me that, I would say, you ain't got to say nothing else to me. You're gone. It's gone.
Everybody's going their separate ways.
Hey, sexy lady. It was nice to know ya. But I got to move on. It's not funny. We are making light of this. We're making light of this.
And that's usually what we do here. So
if you're new here, don't fuck with us.
I hope. No. If you're new here, don't let this be where you stop. Go back a few episodes because this is no real context as to like who we really are as people. But I just want to say that I am pro-choice. I've always been pro-choice, and I will always be pro-choice.
I'm pro-choice as well.
If you make the decision to move forward with a pregnancy, all your right. It's your choice to do so. If you make the decision to not move forward with a pregnancy, all your right. Your choice and decision not to. So because I am pro-choice, I hold the same value for myself. So no matter what he wants to do or doesn't want to do, I would have to make a decision that's right for me, right? Depending on where I am in my headspace. In my head right now, I do not want to have a baby by my damn self.
Right.
I don't even want to have a baby without the nigga having a ring on my finger. You think I'm about to
Right.
Boy, I need a real lockdown commitment. I got to know I ain't going to be in the struggle by myself.
You said you wanted to get married.
Yeah. When I say that. When I have my legs up. Period. Okay. Back arched. That's when you said it.
Arching back and toes were pointed.
Okay.
That's when you
when
said.
When mine fucking forward. No.
And I was gripped.
Period. Doing the double hand twist. That's when you said it. Okay. Spit dripping down. Nigga. You said it. But either way, I would not want to do it solo dolo. So if I was in a situation where an accident occurred, I'm not the kind of person who's going to be like, I got to warm it up. I got to take care of what I got to do. I'm responsible in the fact that I know that this is not what I want to do solo dolo. And I will probably be fucking resentful. I would probably be resentful.
Resentful of him? For not wanting to continue on?
Nigga, of myself. That this, I would be, I don't know how I would feel. I don't know. And this is such a sticky situation because I know people get in this situation all the time. But everybody makes different decisions. That's really the thing. Our choice is not a reflection of the decision that you have made. Yes, it's not. And your decision is a great one. Yeah. And our decision would be a great one. But I would personally say that if this happened to me, me and him would probably be on the same page, unless he is my husband. Now that would be sticky. If an incident occurred and I was not ready to have a baby and my husband was like, but I really want you to, Lord. A lot of gifts would have to come into the home. A lot of things.
Take it to God. Conversations with God.
Yeah, that I'll have to be, Lord, what is your will for this situation?
He gonna be, let me just stop.
What would you do?
If I was Condola, if I was in that situation, it's a dub for me. I too do not want to be a single parent, and I don't want to be going tussling with the man. Yeah. I don't want to tussle. And the way I envision myself, and I know, we try to write our own stories and things don't always pan out. But if I have any control out of it, I want to make a child out of love.
It's always out of love, baby.
I want to make a child out of love. This is something intentional that we have decided to do together to progress our family forward and have some seeds, little replicates
I know what you mean.
Of us.
Yeah, it's like we love each other enough that we want to see our love manifested in human form.
Multiplied.
Yeah, like we
want to see it multiplied. So I'm hoping that that's a story that God has for me as well.
Lord,
that's a story that I have for myself. That's a story I have for myself. I've never had the desire to just want to be a mom. To have a child. That's never been something that I felt. So if I were in that situation, I don't think that I would have a feeling to be like,
But I want to be a mom so bad.
Yeah.
I could just not see doing parenthood by myself, by choice. I couldn't. And to the women who desire motherhood and they can't see themselves doing it by themselves, that's great. That is such
a strong... survivor.
Yeah. What? What? You are very strong and dynamic and admirable. And fuck the patriarchy that you just can do it by yourself. That I think, and that is the beauty of choice. That is the beauty of choice, right? Deciding, hey, I don't even have to have no man say I can or cannot have a child right now. I want to, I choose to, so I can. Choice is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Choice is a beautiful thing. So,
but the way I be
choosing. Yep.
Everybody got choices.
Yep. E40.
The way I be on the battlefield choosing to take care of my goddamn self.
Girl.
Having a monkey on my back, Lord.
A child.
Having a monkey on my back.
Yeah, I just couldn't.
By myself.
And honestly, but when the time comes to bring a little one in here. You never
know. When once you're faced with some circumstances, you be figuring it out.
Of course. You always figure it out, nigga. That's what we are, resilient. If it's one thing we gonna do is figure it out.
Right. Every time.
And people make decisions and they do what they gotta do all the time. I'm just saying the way my mind works. Right. The decision that I would be making.
Right. I feel
has to work for me.
I feel you.
You know?
I feel you. I'm right there with you. And that's okay.
That's okay. We're here for it all. Y'all know we here for it all. We love it all.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
So
that's really how it is.
He's not the asshole.
No, I don't think so. He's not the
asshole. I don't think he's the asshole. I don't think he's the asshole. Sorry.
No, he's giving not the asshole. It's giving NTA. It's giving NTA.
It's giving NTA.
It's giving NTA. And it is what it is. When do you see yourself having kiddos? Yeah. Now you're on the spizzot.
I'm 33. I see me having them before 35.
Oh! And I oop.
And I oop.
Wow, you do now.
That's what I've said. That's what I said.
I said what I said.
I said what I said. Yeah.
Beautiful.
How about you?
I'm giving myself 3 years.
So 36?
Mm-hmm. 36. Baby, after I get past 36, the child I would have to be impregnated and the shit would have to be here before 37. That's it. 30.
I mean, that's going to come so fast. We're already 33, 35 will be banging at my door. And it can be conceived.
That's going to be 30.
It can be conceived at
35.
Yeah.
So delivered by 36.
Yeah, delivered by 36.
That's how I need delivery by 37.
Okay.
I need delivery by 37. Let's do it together.
We'll see. The pack. Hey,
Lord,
are you ovulating?
We've seen what you've done for
others.
Are
you ovulating?
Imagine. That would be so cute. It would be timely. It would be what we need.
Let's just hope that they're both in great situations. Because
the men?
No, the pregnancies.
They are going to be. Come on now. Listen, baby, the way we got our wits about us.
What you mean?
The way my head is on. So yeah, I just feel like I can't take any L's at 33. I don't have like time to be making those decisions where it's like, oh, you bumped your head. You know, I feel like sometimes incidents come and you learn from them and you grow. But like, I don't got time for that. I don't got time to be making mistakes and bouncing back. So it's just like everything from here on out has to be very strategic. It has to be intentional. I have to be mindful, and it has to be like planned for the most part. The real life altering decisions.
I gotta keep my eyes on that calendar.
What that mean? Because time is
the ovulation calendar.
You ain't got to keep your eyes on nothing. Or is there something you got to tell me?
No.
A little Miss Mama.
No. I'm saying you prevent mistakes by keeping your eyes on the calendar.
We gonna talk after this.
Jeremy, go to hell.
No, I'm not. If I'm going, you right there with me. I brought the bitch with me. Showing up at Satan's door. It's us. We've arrived. Bitch, we better go to heaven.
Yeah.
We better both be there. I'm gonna be like, God, why you do that to her?
That's not even funny. Who plays like that? The fuck?
That's why we have to be together.
Yeah.
We have to be together.
Anywho.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up, literally.
We're wrapping. Literally, yes. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Get on some get some protection. Get on some, don't get on a, I mean, if you,
whatever you need. Yeah, do whatever you gotta do.
Do
whatever you need to do.
Do whatever
you need to do.
And stay safe.
Okay.
Bye. Love you.